Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna Nitya Kalpataru. January 1st, New Year. While many exchange greetings on social media on the occasion of the New Year Day, devotees of Sri Ramakrishna rejoice in his compassionate glory manifested on the day as Kalpataru Day. Kalpataru means wish fulfilling tree. How does God act as Kalpataru? Sri Rama as Kalpataru in Treta Yuga, when the Lord descended in human form as Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. They provided shelter to innumerable devotees. Even today, scores of devotees are offering their prayers and meditate on these two great incarnations to their delight. Devotional poet and poetic devotee Sri Tulasidas mentions Srimad Ramayana itself as a Kalpataru. He declares that reciting Ramayana helps resolve many problems including poverty, delayed marriages, marital disharmony, ego clashes among family members and colleagues. If a book about Sri Rama is capable of providing such goodness and benefits, what to speak of the characteristics of the hero of that epic? Just visualize Sri Rama and Ravana war field for a moment. As the war was about to begin, Ravana's younger brother Vibhishana, along with four of his ministers, came and surrendered to Sri Rama seeking refuge. Sugriva and many others discouraged the request, citing that Vibhishana could be a spy of Ravana and taking him into their fold may cause suffering. Sri Rama allowed everyone to express their views, and after carefully listening to all their discouraging opinions with his natural leadership quality, asserted with compassion and uttered सकृतेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यो ददामि एतत् व्रतं मम. It means whoever surrenders unto me and says, O Rama, I am your devotee, I am all yours. To such people, it is my vow to protect from all their difficulties. This is the quintessence verse of Ramayana. Sri Rama's nature of Kalpataru was personified when he said, My penance, vrata, not mere duty, is to protect whoever takes refuge in me. Sri Rama provided shelter to all beings who sought refuge under him. Demons, monkeys, human beings, rishis, even tiny squirrels. Now, let us see how Sri Krishna as Kalpataru in Dwapara Yuga. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna gave a detailed exposition on karma, jnana and bhakti yogas. In the end, with a compassion, he showed an easy way for all to practice them as surrender unto Krishna, the God who is Kalpataru. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. Meaning, giving up all your own ideas of righteousness or religion, take complete refuge in me. I will liberate you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. The essence of this statement of Sri Krishna is go beyond all your means and hold on to the Supreme Lord alone. Mahabharata says, for human beings, both aham means me and mama means mine. Aham and mama are equal to death. Vaishnava Acharyas give distinct meaning to these two words aham and mama as two important divine characteristics of greatness and compassion. They are supposed to be the essential nature of the one who protects all. The term aham reveals I am Krishna, the embodiment of wisdom, jnana, and embodiment of power, shakti. God's wisdom will root out our ignorance. His power will remove all our sins. The term Mama indicates Krishna's other characteristics such as easy to approach, Saulabhyam, affection, Vatsalyam, ownership, Swamitvam, and strong determination, Saushilyam. Mother's natural affection towards her child is Vatsalyam. The attitude of ignoring the mistakes and errors of the loved ones is Vatsalyam. Soon after giving birth, a cow would lick her calf's body to remove the foul smelling filth and clean. Many people are possessed with the qualities like greed, anger, delusion, illegitimate fancies, and possessiveness, detested by everyone. It is said that God will ignore them even when each one of them is as big as a hill. He would consider them as, after all, they are my people, and ignore their flaws. Vishnu Sahasranama mentions two names of the Lord as Avijñāta, means one who ignores errors, and Sahasramshu means one who knows all. Lord being Sahasramshu, how come he can be Avijñāta? It means that he ignores the defects of his devotees by his Vatsalya and considers them as qualities. For this reason, Poigai Alvar, one of the Alvars among 12, sang, considering even defects of devotees big as a hill as qualities. Thus, in spite of the Lord descending in the form of humans and promising us of his support, modern man is delusively strolling around thinking of every problem that passed by. A Zen master expressed about human weaknesses as man always gets contention simply by wailing and sharing his weaknesses with someone. It seems he would even employ paid listeners of his wails. This may be one of the reasons why people visit professional psychiatrists. Everyone has some problems or other, such as getting locked up in worldly life, weakness, grief, blind passion, etc. To confront these problems which have no permanent solution, will it help approaching another ordinary human being? Whereas being devoted to those who are incarnations of the God, they will not only remove our grief but also help us lead higher realms of life by removing the source of such problems. With this attitude, hope and understanding, let us celebrate the Kalpataru Day, January 1st. Now, let us see how Sri Ramakrishna as Kalpataru in our Kali Yuga. Sri Rama and Sri Krishna have descended again and born as Sri Ramakrishna to bless us all. Kalpataru would grant anything to a person for any wish he asks from it. Hardly it analyzes whether it would be beneficial or otherwise. Whereas the Kalpataru of Kali Yuga, Sri Ramakrishna, would bless us with only whatever is really good to us. His blessings are mainly on our real needs, not on our shallow wants. Vaishnava Acharyas term Lord as Arti Kalpan, means whoever seeks Arti, whoever seeks will get whatever he wishes. Just as Kalpataru does, is the direct meaning of the term. Acharyas explain in the light of the statement Arti cha aso kalpascha, that the Lord, unlike Kalpataru, gives not only to those who approach him but also goes to the devotee and attracts him, saying, I shall give all you seek if you pray to me. It is said that for the sake of giving to the Artis, the Lord himself plays as Arti as well as Kalpataru. In order that devotee gets higher benefits, he develops interest and confidence in him. Hence, Nammalvar says, "He fulfills me by giving himself to me." On January 1st, 1886, Sri Ramakrishna manifested fully his higher self and blessed his devotees. Hence, he is called Kalpataru. Ah, what a great incident that was. Sri Ramakrishna stayed in a place called Kasipur Garden House in a place near northern Kolkata in West Bengal for his throat treatment. On 1st January, his enthusiasm was high. Around 3 p.m., he came out of the room to the garden for a stroll. Since he ventured out after a long time, the devotees flocked and offered prayers to him. Sri Ramakrishna addressed Girish Babu, asking him, "Girish, what have you seen and understood about me that makes you say all these things? That is, I am an avatar and so on, to everyone wherever you go." Unperturbed, Girish Babu knelt down at the master's feet, folded his hand before his raised face, and responded in a voice choked with emotion, "Thakur, what more can I say of him? Even the sages Vyasa and Valmiki could find no words to measure his glory. What more can I say about him?" Girish's sincere faith expressed in those words so moved Sri Ramakrishna that he said to the devotees while looking at Girish, "What more can I tell you? I bless you all. May you all be illumined. May you all be illumined." Sri Ramakrishna became overwhelmed by love and compassion for his devotees and went to ecstasy immediately. That selfless and profound blessings touched the devotees deep within their hearts and they became soaked in bliss. Sri Ramakrishna touched and blessed each devotee around him. By his divine touch, devotees immediately felt free of their problems and sorrows. Probably as Sri Rama during Vibhishana's surrender and as Sri Krishna when he taught Arjuna, "Mam ekam sharanam vraja," Sri Ramakrishna too blessed the devotees as, "May you all get spiritual awakening by establishing his highest spiritual self by bestowal of freedom from fear on all devotees by revealing himself." Swami Saradananda says about the Kalpataru incident as Sri Ramakrishna's self-revelation and the bestowal of freedom from fear. This promise given by Sri Ramakrishna can be verified through various incidents. Let us see one of them. Once Sri Ramakrishna kept Ami Karmanasha Farashdanga. In Bengali language, Ami Karmanasha means "I shall remove the effects of karma." Farashdanga refers to the then French territory within India, over which English rulers do not have any jurisdiction. "I belong to French territory. Those who disobeyed British will escape themselves by going to Chandan Nagar, the French colony. Similarly, whoever has committed whatever actions, if they surrender unto me, need not have any fear," said Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Vivekananda describes Sri Ramakrishna as Kapala Mochana, meaning one who can rewrite one's fate. Sri Ramakrishna considered himself as a devotee, follower of the Lord. He disliked others addressing him by various superior terms such as Guru, Baba, Karta, etc. Yet he himself said, "Ami Karmanasha" closely resembles a Bengali translation of what Sri Krishna said, "Sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami." O devotee, I shall release you from all sin. In essence, what Sri Ramakrishna offers as his blessings to all of us is, O man, do not see the results of your action, look at my compassion. Without having simple faith in these wonderful words of Sri Ramakrishna, many people think only of their sins and weaknesses in delusion all the time. The dust fallen into fire will be burnt immediately, but placing it voluntarily in our eyes will create distress. Similarly, accommodating the pressure of our sins into our minds will give agony. Before the Lord's compassion, as Vaishnava women saint Andal says, all our sins will become like dust in the fire. Or Mahakavi Subramania Bharati says, like dew drops before the sun. When the ever compassionate Sri Ramakrishna is around, who is more than our dear mother, let us not aimlessly wander here and there in search of peace and joy. Sri Ramakrishna is present even today amidst us as Nitya Kalpataru, ready to give himself to us. We should have faith, as I too have a place under the ever-present Kalpataru called Sri Ramakrishna. Every devotee of Sri Ramakrishna should stand firmly committed to that faith. May this be this New Year message for us. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.